What's up, guys? I'm here at 2025 AwesomeCon, and I have the legendary co-creator of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mr. Kevin Eastman. Good to see you again. How you doing, man?
Nice to see you again.
So here we are, 2025 show. I know it's been 10 years since you were here before, and I had a chance to speak with you then. And I think that time it was, 25 years, and now we're a decade later, and now it's 35 years. It's incredible. So can you just talk about that? Because I remember in our prior conversation 10 years ago, you were commenting on how surreal it was when you first started Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, speaking with your parents and them being concerned that, are you going to be living at home with them because of the industry that you're in? And here we are, and you have all these fans here. So can you talk about that, how surreal it is now?
Well, it's very surreal, and it is, and it doesn't, in no way, shape, and form, it would ever be pandering. Because I always say, I have the greatest job because I have the greatest fans ever, and it's like the only way I could sit behind that table is if there was fans standing on the other side of it. So the fact that each iteration of the Turtles, even the newest one since the last time we talked, things like the 2012 Turtle series, Mutant Mayhem, things like that, everything continues to be supported, and we continue to find, Last Ronin has found like a whole new group of fans for the Turtles, as well as fans of the original ones that might have not read a Turtle comic in a while, and they said, hey, you should check out Last Ronin. So they sort of come full circle. So the fact that the fans have supported everything we do is the reason we are here, and we love them dearly. I love my job, so thank you.
Awesome. And also the comment that it's 40 years, in fact, to be even more accurate, of just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in and of itself. But I digress. Getting into also how things have expanded, because I think that was another thing that you had commented on before, is how the legacy has expanded, and now so many other people have kind of joined that family. So can you share that, whether it's been actors, whether it's been voice actors, what have you?
Well, that's what's wonderful about it. It's almost like each generation has a different version of the Turtles, if you will, including I met the director, of course, the whole crew that did Mutant Mayhem, for example, and Jeff Rowe was the main director of that series and one of the key writers with Seth Rogen, and it's like Seth Rogen was a fan of the Turtles. He brought elements and things that he liked with it. Jeff Rowe talked about the first thing he ever collected in his life was turtle toys. He had turtle Halloween costumes, he had those things, so his passion and the vision that he had to bring that movie to life, Mutant Mayhem, is something that was very personal to him, and it expands that universe. The actors that portrayed the Turtles in that thing were real teenagers, so they were aware of the Turtles, but they became fully tuned into the Turtles as part of this movie that they're learning about these characters. So it just continues to grow and expand and feed off itself in such a wonderful way that we're lucky that it's still relevant, if you will, which is kind of cool. So
absolutely. And last question, because this is always fun to ask any guest at any con, because I know that when you're visiting a city, you may have an opportunity, you may not, to be able to enjoy a lot of the things. It's been 10 years, so do you have your haunts here in D.C. that you like to hit when you are here? And if so, what is it?
Things of, any of the museums, especially the Air and Space Museum, just there's so many things that we'd love to see and do, and it's been a while since I've had a chance to be a tourist in the city, and it's one of those things we had hoped. We actually literally just completed a 1.5-year project. We built a house, and we're moving into it starting last week. So we literally flew in on Friday. We're back out tomorrow morning. So next trip here, we're going to do some real touristy stuff, but not this trip. So look forward to coming up with some new haunts here in the city, because it's such a beautiful place.
Excellent. All right, Kevin, it's always a pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
Great chatting with you.